We are the Brady boys. We are the Brady boys.
My name's Gorgin, and I first came to Skeet mid to late 50s. The housekeepers at the time were Mr. Alf Ruddock and his wife Christine. You could always recognise the Ruddocks because they had a cigarette in their mouth no matter what. Peeling potatoes was the cigarette. Putting any other cooking, there was the cigarette. But Alf Ruddock was a very, very nice man, but couldn't take a lot of children, unfortunately. Many a time we would be in our dormitory making a noise, and Alf Ruddock would run down from his flat at the top of the house, cigarette in his mouth, to give us a telling off. All went quiet. They were very good people. They knew how to run their household, and they were always invited in to any shows we put on a Saturday evening, and I'm sure they appreciated it. They had an elder son called David. Now, David would like to join in many a night game, and many a person was thrown against a tree, possibly in Lunningston Park, by David, and he also went down as a character. They were sorely missed when they passed, but they will always be in my memory. My sister Phyllis, who was a club leader at Brady, would often bring a group of children here. And when Mrs. Ruddock realised who I was, she took a fancy to me, extra food and extra gravy, which was always one hell of a good gravy. I would always be grateful for her, and I've still got the taste in my mouth now. I started off as a miner in the late 50s. And my first manager was a chap called Simon Klinger. It then went on to Lou Lawrence, and then from there we went into the junior club. All games was set up by the managers, and in particular there was Mitch, or Bernard Mitchell, and he was very good with fireworks at Guy Fawkes' time, and all the managers were hands-on as well, and they were quite happy to join in and have a good laugh and make fools of us. But it was all good fun, and it would always be good fun. Many a night game was had in Lunningston Park. You had to walk through all the lanes, and they were dark at the time, and still are, just to start the night game. It was always an adventure there, because you never knew who was going to come out at you and who was going to possibly trip you, and someone's always going to stop you from reaching your goal. But it was all good fun, and it was really a bonding session, and everybody got on well. There were no forms of arguments whatsoever. Skeet will always be in my heart. It was a second home to me, and it was a place you'd come to and forget any problems you had just for the weekend. And may Skeet last forever.